Welcome to Relax Time Radio, broadcast nightly from 7:30 to 9 p.m. on Radio Thailand, Chiang Mai.
Good evening, everyone, on Asanha Bucha Day. It's Tuesday, July 16, 2019. My name is DJ Rams, and I'll be your host for this evening. Wherever you are, or however you're listening to us, it doesn't matter. We're truly happy to have you here with us tonight. Okay, starting off with music, of course. Global Top 50. Yeah, I'm excited for that. So many great music coming your way. And then we're gonna go just, get you started off with a little tourism here. Okay, so tomorrow is actually the official raining season. Okay, we call it Wan Kaupansa, but we'll get to that and the history behind that as well, why it's called the official raining season. Okay, so it starts tomorrow, but then we're gonna talk just a little bit about where we're gonna take you around. So you're in Chiang Mai and it's raining season. Is that like, the end of everything? Or can you go out and see something beautiful? Of course, raining season starts. A lot of people think, hey, I don't want to get wet. But what you're missing out on is the greenery of the mountains, of actually everything. If you're going into, for example, Royal Flora, Lachapruk Park, it's so beautiful there. And also, it's not as hot when it's raining, is what I like about it. Okay, so we're going to talk about the colors of Chiang Mai's rice terrace. Yep, and that's in Chiang Mai too. Not quite far if you head towards Dointonon, but we'll get to more details after. Okay, more definitely beautiful sight to see. I recommend it. I've been there, loved it. Okay, so more topic as we also take you around Thailand to see some culture. Okay, so today it's one Asanha Bucha, or should I say Asanha Bucha Day, and also tomorrow is Wan Kaupansa. So many Thai have a holiday. Gonna take you guys through what we do during this week. Okay, today there's a lot of things. Okay, I got some pictures for you guys too. So if you're watching on YouTube, you can view the pictures that I'm about to show you. Something special that I made for you guys. So anyways, we'll take you and discover different culture in different provinces, do different things. All right? And also, want to talk a little bit about that Naga events that happens during Ok Pansa. Kaupansa is 3 months, right? And then during Ok Pansa, there's we call it the Naga Ghost Fireworks. Yeah, it's exciting, huh? For sure. So stay tuned for that. And the first two songs, actually I have a request here coming up too, but let's get to the request later because I want my song first. Like, damn, he's talking again. Okay, so we have Ed Sheeran going a little bit of hip hop with Chance the Rapper and PNB Rock, and that song is called Cross Me. Yeah, love this song. And then I'm gonna follow that with some Shawn Mendes, Camila Cabello. Song is called Senorita, and this is part of the Global Top 50. Hope you're enjoying the show so far. I am DJ Rams, and stay tuned. Don't go anywhere. Relax Time Radio.
Anything she needs, she can call me. Don't worry about it, that's my seed, oh, that's all me. Just know if you cross her, then you cross me, cross me, cross me. If you. Anything she needs, she can call me. Don't worry about it, that's my seed, oh, that's all me. Just know if you cross her, then you cross me, cross me, cross me. If you.
And she ain't messing with no other man. Me and her, something different. I really need all you to understand. But nobody's coming close, and I don't ever wanna run around. I spend my youth jumping in and out, but I'm flipping over now. Like nobody ever could, and I stay keeping them crazy. Oh no, I'm sticking with my baby for sure. Together, solo, it doesn't matter where we are.
she needs, she can call me. Don't worry about it, that's my seed, oh, that's all me. Just know if you cross her, then you cross me, cross me, cross me. If you cross her, then you cross me. And nobody's coming close, yeah. And I think that you should know that if you cross her, anything she needs, she can call me, cross me. That's my seed, oh, that's all me. Come on, let it go. Oh, I think that you should know.
If she ain't messing with no other man, now what you not gonna do is stand there across from me like you got kung fu. That's their crust arm running your mouth like a faucet. But you don't know that my girl been doing CrossFit. Kung pop, hit your horse with a cross kick. Pulling hair out, wear it out, you exhausted. No one say hi to me without her. Better pay your respect to the queen. Better do that shit without a flirt. Gotta respect the HBIC. Couple of things that you need to know if you still wanna be friends with me.
So if you cross her, then you cross me, cross me, cross me. If you cross her, anything she needs, she can call me, cross me. That's my seed, oh, that's all me. Nobody's coming close, yeah. And I think that you should know that if you cross her, anything she needs, she can call me, cross me. That's my seed, oh, that's all me. Come on, let it go. Oh, I think that you should know. She stay tripping and she crazy. Oh no, quit messing with my baby. For sure, together or solo, it doesn't matter where we are. Oh no, no. If you hear about my lady, just know that she ain't the one to play with. Oh no, and I'll be standing so close, so you know that if you cross her, anything she needs, she can call me, cross me. That's my seed, oh, that's all me. Nobody's coming close, yeah. And I think that you should know that if you cross her, anything she needs, she can call me, cross me. That's my seed, oh, that's all me. Come on, let it go. Oh, I think that you should know. If you cross her, anything she needs, she can call me. Don't worry about it, that's my seed, oh, that's all me. Just know if you cross her, then you cross me, cross me, cross me. If you, oh,
Let's relax.
It's time to relax.
Relax Time Radio.
Tripping off me before I even knew her name. La la la. You felt like oh la la la. Yeah, no. Sapphire and moonlight. We danced for hours in the same tequila sunrise. Her body fit right in my hands. La la la. You felt like oh la la la. Yeah, I love it when you call me. I wish I could pretend I didn't need ya, but every touch is ooh la la la. It's true la la la. Oh, I should be running. Oh, you know I love it when you call me señorita. I wish it wasn't so damn hard to leave ya, but every touch is ooh la la la. It's true la la la. Oh, I should be running. Oh, you keep me coming for you.
Back in the hotel, there's just some things that never change. You say we're just friends, but friends don't know the way you taste. La la la. Cause you know it's been a long time coming, don't you let me fall. Open your lips, undress me, hooked on your tongue. Love your kisses, deadly, don't stop. I love it when you call me señorita. I wish I could pretend I didn't need ya, but every touch is ooh la la la. It's true la la la. Oh, I should be running. Oh, you know I love it when you call me señorita. I wish it wasn't so damn hard to leave ya, but every touch is ooh la la la. It's true la la la. Oh, I should be running. Oh, you keep me coming for ya.
Relax Time Radio 93.25 FM, playing the coolest music. Welcome back to Relax Time Radio. DJ Rams here with you for 90 minutes to short and beautiful music, get you going for tonight. But I'm pretty sure most of you guys are doing something extremely special, like going out and doing a candle procession, because of the culture. Today marks the Asan Habusha Day. But if you're out done, okay, and you're listening to the show, we welcome you. So however you are, or you're listening through the radio or YouTube, watching on YouTube, doesn't matter. Happy to have you here. Be sure to leave a comment saying hi, helps a lot too. All right, so we have Ed Sheeran, Cross Me. Okay, a lot of people are like, what's Cross Me? I don't really get what that means. So basically it's a song about his girlfriend, and he's very protective of her. In Thailand we would say something like ki hung, pushai ki hung. So you just kind of warn other people, like, hey, if you cross her, then you cross me too. Like, ถ้าเธอจะยุ่งกับแฟนฉันนะเธอก็ต้องมายุ่งกับฉันด้วยเข้าใจปะ So that's pretty much what it means. So if you read the lyrics, it's pretty cool. All right, next we have one of my favorite songs. It's number 1 on Global Top 50. Shawn Mendes and Camila Cabello, the two lovers, Senorita. And if you listen carefully, it's like, I love it when you call me Senorita. That's the part where Camilo Cabello sings. But if you listen carefully, Shawn Mendes is singing, I love it when you call Senorita. Is it just me noticing that, or is it like I'm special? Doesn't matter. I just want to share that with you guys. All right, so moving on, as I promised, we have The Colors of Chiang Mai. Before that, Troye Sivan, Strawberries and Cigarettes. That is from Khun Phai, all the way at the... I can't pronounce that hospital name, I'm sorry. So we're gonna go past that, okay? I'm not gonna say what your hospital is. So that's from Khun Phai at some hospital, okay? Getting into today's topic. Just give me a moment. I'll bring up the picture for you guys. You won't be disappointed. Okay, so let's see what we have here. Okay, so The Colors of Chiang Mai, and it's Chiang Mai's rice terrace. Gonna bring that up for you guys right now. Okay. Boom. See that? That's pretty cool, huh? Yeah, I've always enjoyed that. So anyways, oh my god, it's like slideshow. Okay, we're going back to normal mode. All right, here we go. Okay, so Ban Pa Pong Pieng, that's in Mae Cham district in Chiang Mai. If you head towards Doi Intanon National Park, keep going up, and just right after you make a toll payment, it's on the left side. Okay, that left side exit, and then you just keep going to this beautiful road. It's kind of difficult to get there actually, but if you have a car and you drive carefully during the rainy season, which is extremely recommended. Okay. So different seasons paint different colors on their famed rice terraces, and we're talking about Mae Cham. Okay, so golden hues of the harvest season might be the usual highlights, okay, but then the beauty is always in the eye of the beholder. Okay, the nature never fails to amaze us, what I would say. Okay, the first we have 3 different colors, which is blue. Okay, so it's the reflection of water in a rice terrace during the fresh year of the rainfalls. And farmer would be flooding their field. You see a bunch of farmers coming in to, picking up the rice. Okay, so young seedling in faint greens, and on the bottom there's the water, and it reflects the sky. That's why we call this phase the blue phase. Okay, it's the reflection of the water of the rice terrace with the sky. So if you're standing in the vast body of water, you can see it mirrors the beautiful sky, unless it's really cloudy. Okay, and next one we have the green part. You can see here. So green is when the rice is actually growing. Okay, the rain starts to taper off, rice teeming, flushing the terrace with greens, and the morning creates this cool air. And if you stay around there, they have a lot of homestay. You have wake up into this beautiful scenery of, a lot of people say, hey, it's heaven. I recommend you guys. So the morning cool creates a great mist to ponder upon, what I would say. It's like a poem almost, you know. And lastly, for the 3 season, we have gold. Okay, so gold is the harvest season. This is where the rice begins to ripen, and turning the entire area into a vast of glowing golden field. You'll see a bunch of farmers coming to gather, preparing for harvest. And a usual practice sometimes could help a lot too. Like, for example, yourself would like to experience how it is to get out in the farm. I have done it. It's pretty fun. First off, you know, you don't put your shoes in there, definitely, right? You wear like a boots to go in. Okay, so don't worry about that part. And yeah, just kind of have that experience to get out and enjoy how it is to be a farmer. Excuse me. And the golden rice terrace are the attractions of all time. So during the raining season, it's not the end of the world for most people, but definitely do check it out at Mecham district. Okay, so the place is called Ban Pa Pong Piang. Okay, you can just type that on Google, you'll find it. It's very beautiful. A bunch of homestay around there as well. Okay, so next up we're gonna go talk a little bit, not really a little bit, but probably the whole segment of the show. We're gonna talk about the culture, okay, of one Asan Habusha and also Khao Phansa Day. Okay, these two marks a very special day in Thailand, especially for Buddhism, like myself, heading to the temple. Okay, why do we head to the temple is another question that a lot of people ask, and some people go often, and some people kind of just take this opportunity like today to go. Okay, so that's why there's also a holiday for Buddha as well, for monks. Okay, today is basically a holiday for monks, but what you guys didn't know is that I didn't know monks have holiday. Well, they kind of have holidays. They don't have to wake up that early to get food, like kind of ornate. Okay, so basically they do a little bit less work. Some temples, they don't pray, especially the morning and night. And yeah, it's like a day off for monks to relax, I guess that's what you want to call it. Okay, so we're gonna play 2 music for you. It's Troye Sivan and Alan Walker. Song is called On My Way, and that's the first one's a request. The second one is part of the Global Top 50. When you join the show, be sure to make a comment down YouTube or perhaps Facebook as well. You can see our Facebook and YouTube channel, social media at Relax Time Radio 93.25 FM. Enjoy the music.
Relax Time Radio.
Remember when we first met? You said light my cigarette. So I lied to my mom and dad. I jumped the fence and I ran, but we couldn't go very far, cause you locked your keys in your car. So you sat and stared at my lips, and I could already feel your kiss. All nights, daydreams, sugar and smoke rings. I've been a fool for strawberries and cigarettes. Always taste like you. Headlights on me, racing through 16. I've been a fool for strawberries and cigarettes. Always taste like blue eyes, black jeans, lighters and candy. I've been a fool for strawberries and cigarettes. Always taste like you. Remember when you taught me fate? Said it
be worth the wait. Like that night in the back of the cab, when your fingers locked in my hand. Next day, nothing on my phone, but I can still smell you on my clothes. I was hoping that things had changed, but we went right back to your game. Nights and daydreams, sugar and smoke rings. I've been a fool for strawberries and cigarettes. Always taste like you. Headlights on me, racing through 16. I've been a fool for strawberries and cigarettes. Always taste like blue eyes, black jeans, light eyes and candy. I've been a fool for strawberries and cigarettes. Always taste like you. And even if I run away, give my heart a holiday. Still strawberries and cigarettes. Always taste like you. You always leave me wanting more. I can't shake my hunger for strawberries and cigarettes. Always taste like you. Yeah, they always taste like you. Long nights, daydreams, with that sugar and smoke rings. Always tastes like you. Lights on me, racing through 16. I've been a fool to strawberries and cigarettes. Always tastes like blue eyes, black jeans, white eyes and candy. I've been a fool to strawberries and cigarettes. Always tastes like you.
Let's relax.
It's time to relax.
Relax Time Radio.
I'm sorry, but don't wanna talk. I need a moment before I go. It's nothing personal. I draw the blinds. They don't need to see me cry. 'Cause even if they understand, they don't understand. So then when I'm finished, I'm all about my business and ready to save the world. I'm faking my misery, making my bitch can be everyone's favorite girl. So take aim and fly away. I've never been so wide awake. No, nobody but me can keep me safe. And I'm on my way. The blackbird is on the rise, a fire burning in my eyes. No, nobody but me can keep me safe. And I'm on my way.
Lo siento mucho, pero me voy. Porque a tu lado me di cuenta que nada soy. Y me cansé de luchar y de guerrear en vano. De estar en la línea de fuego y de meter la mano. Acepto mis errores, también soy humano. Y tú no ves que lo hago porque te amo. Pero ya no tengo más nada que hacer aquí. Me voy, llegó la hora de partir. De mi propio camino, seguir lejos de ti.
So take aim and fly away. I've never been so wide awake. No, nobody but me can keep me safe. And I'm on my way. The blackbird is on the rise, a fire burning in my eyes. Nobody but me can keep me safe. And I'm on my way. Everybody
everybody.
So take the pain and fly away. I've never been so wide awake. No, nobody but me can keep me safe. And I'm on my way. The love is on the rise, a fire burning in my eyes. No, nobody but me can keep me safe. And I'm on my way.
Relax Time Radio 93.25 FM, playing the coolest music. Welcome back and pleased to have you here with us on Relax Time Radio with DJ Rams. I'll be here for 90 minutes. That's it's 8:57 now. I'll be here at till 9 p.m. And send your requests in like all the other people did. I'm gonna play you some of you guys though. I'm just kidding. I'll play all just because I love you guys. Okay. So finally, officially back. Those two songs. First one was a request from Confide. That's Troye Sivan, Strawberries and Cigarette. And then we have Alan Walker, On My Way. Global Top 50. More coming with Whitney Houston and a bunch of wonderful artists. Ed Sheeran, Justin Bieber, Billie Eilish. Yeah, we're getting there, right? So, before we begin, I like to say that talk a little bit about culture, okay, a little bit about Buddhism, and why it's very important to Thai people. Okay, and also, actually not just important to Thai people, but also many Buddhism or many people who choose Buddhist as their, belief and religion. These type of people, they have a vision. They have, we call this kind of like a goal set in our, mind and also our hearts. And by accepting to become Buddhism, you actually holding the 5 precepts, and these 5 precepts, if you can continue holding it, it just kind of makes for whoever you are to be a better person. Okay, so that's like, could be a long-term goal to some people too. Like for example, some people like smoking, or some people like drinking too much. Okay, there is a way to quit. If you're asking me, I smoked for 10 years and I just quit. Yeah, not recently, but I've quit long time ago. Okay, and during that time I would always get angry when someone tell me to quit, especially my mom or my significant other. During that time they would be like, hey, why are you smoking, or even what's worse is during the Canada, I would be smoking outside. One time I remember at the coffee shop, just with my friend having a chat, and there was one gentleman who sits quite far from us. He was just enjoying the scenery, and he walked up to us and said like, can you guys not smoke? And we said, but this is a smoking area. And then he made quite a remark that made us think too. Okay, what he said was, I'm a non-smoker and I like to enjoy the outdoor just as much as everybody else who doesn't smoke. So wouldn't want to be disturbed by all the smoke around. And we kind of just accept it and move away from that. Okay, and as time passed, I chose to quit smoking, and the reason to it is that one, health, and two is that I just really don't want to carry this type of things around. It becomes a burden. Every time, let's say I'm working, I would always have to go find a place to have a cigarette. And most of my colleagues or co-workers would probably be like, hey, come on, we're not done yet. Why are you leaving now? Or when I go out, I did have to go out, and then I'll come back and they just complain about the smell I have on my clothes as well. Yeah, so there are a lot of downside, and the good side is that you feel better. You just think that you feel better because that's what nicotine does to you. Okay, we'll talk about drinking later. Just for the record, I don't really drink. Yeah, that's crazy. I don't drink and I don't smoke. So yeah, we'll talk about that later. So let's get into the part of the culture. Okay, so we have today Asanha Busha Day, which occurs the first full moon of the 8th month of the Thai lunar calendar. However, it's a little bit different on the Gregorian calendar. It's different from year to year. Okay, so many of the Buddhist holiday that are celebrated in Thailand throughout the year, not important as this one. So this one is very, very important. Okay, we'll talk a little bit about it. And people visit temple. So today people visit temple from morning. They kind of just wake up early, prepare themselves. You see many different, not just Thai race, but also Thai Yai and also other races that are in here. You know, whoever's think that they're Buddhist or Buddhism, they go there. Okay, so Thai people and everyone else visit temples. Okay, leaving gifts of candles and flowers for resident monks, just because when you donate a candle, you want your life to be brighter. So that's how Thai people believe in. They would donate whatever they would donate, you know, they feel better. Okay, so just a little bit of information for you. Sometimes people go into the temple to buy fish and then release them into the river. Okay, one monk that I know talked about this. He actually made a good point, and one of the point is that pretend you're a fish and you live into this little bucket, okay, that you don't even know that you're about to die, or you don't know if that where you're gonna end up. Okay, so just pretend that's you. Okay, you're in a room with a bunch of other fish in there, and someone bought you, and then you know, you have one wish. Where would you want to be? Okay, just one wish. Where would you want to be? I'm pretty sure a lot of people would say, like, I want to be somewhere peace and quiet. And just like our lives, you know, just how the way our lives is reflecting as well. You know, when we're young, and then when we grow up as a teenager, finish high school, our lives are kind of like busy. We're just doing things that, you know, what we like, that's being loud, like loud music at the club. We want to drink our butts off. We want to just pass out somewhere, and we want to party all day. Okay, so we have the busy life. Okay, and then, you know, when you get older, you're like, okay, I just want peace and quiet. I want to stay in the mountains, you know, somewhere by the ocean, and just nice life, quiet life. That's what we want. So what reflects that? Kind of like what other people think too. So what Buddhism you know, believe is that karma is what you do and you get back. So when you buy fishes at the market that it's about to be killed for food, and then you go into a really nice pond, big pond, you know that it's quiet and there's no one fishing over here, you kind of just like release it there, you know, and you're like, hey, you know, have a good home. Or if you don't make it, at least, you know, you experience being in a very nice and peaceful area. Okay, so that's one of the things that Buddhism reflects on, is the things that we do, what we get back. Okay, if you want to steal others, we might get stolen one day. You know, one day you forgot your phone and it's stolen. That's because you probably took something from someone before. So all these type of things are what we call karma, and we want to avoid it if you want to take on the 5 precepts. Okay. You know, I could go on forever, but be sure to listen to my podcast though. I talk a lot about this, and I really appreciate it if you guys you know, go ahead and listen to it. I'll make more of it later. Okay, but let's get on to today's topic before I, you know, take up all you guys' time. And no music. Yeah. So next time we got Billie Eilish with Justin Bieber. Song's called Bad Guy. This is just a remix that they did together, and I thought it was pretty cool. I played for you guys. Okay, so before that, I just want to show you what's around us. Okay, what is going on in Thailand right now? Okay, what are people doing and all that? And remember that Asanha Busha, many people go in a temple, candle procession. Light procession is where you walk around the pagoda. They call it JD 3 times. And during this time, you can't buy alcohol. If you can't buy alcohol, it's illegal. You can, you know, report it to the local police, and they'll take care of that for you. Okay. So I'm just gonna bring up the scenery over here. Okay. There you go. The first temple. Beautiful, huh? That's during the nighttime. Okay, so this is called the Temple of Pa Son Gao, and it's in Phetchabun province. Okay, you have very colorful piece of glass in a temple's main jetty, and it reflects into millions of lights during the night, and it creates a dreamlike and dramatic image like what you see on YouTube channel right now. Okay, now on top of the jetty, we call it pagoda, the jetty is the enshrinement of Buddha relic. Okay, famous Buddha relic are being enshrined upon there. Okay, so the lower part houses the Dhamma tomes and puzzles. You can go there and discover many different history. Okay, so if you're one of those people who like to travel around, you can check out Phetchabun province and the famous temple over here. Okay, all right. Next one we have all the way in Isan district. Isan province, Ubon Ratchathani, and it's called Wat Silin Ton Waralampu Prao. Okay, and this is famous for its the tree work, the artwork you see. Okay, and that actually glows too. It's illuminating at night. Okay, it gives the temple that glow in the dark look. Really cool. I picked this out because I thought you guys might want to see it and then share it around. All right, so if you're down in Isan region of Thailand, gotta go see it. And Isan is not all Buddhist. They're mostly, or I would say like 70% of them are Catholic, and 30% of them are Buddhism, or maybe more now. I don't know, but before that it seems like that, because there's a lot of church down there as well. Okay, so next one we go down to Nakhon Ratchasima. Okay, and it's called Wat Ban Rai. Wat is another Thai word for temple. Okay, so Ban Rai Temple, Nakhon Ratchasima province. The candle procession, okay, takes place at the famed Ha Thep. What you see here, the elephant shaped structure in the middle of the lake. That's an elephant. Okay, so it's stationed in the middle of the lake, which during the daytime you can see better, but at nighttime it's just everything's dark, and you only reflect the sky and also what's below that as well. So this is an elaborated affair with over 20 million pieces of mosaic and exhibition regarding Buddhism and Dhamma. Okay, very very rich in history as well. And when you see that Naga, okay, with many different head, we'll get into the Naga history in a little bit. Okay, but just a brief is when a male, or doesn't matter how old you are, when you're gonna become a monk, is one thing that you have to go through before you become a monk, is kind of like what we call is you have to go through a process before you actually become a monk. And not a lot of people know that. People just think like, oh, if I become a monk, it's easy, right? I just shave my head and go into the temple and sleep all day. No, I've been a monk, and the process is not that. Okay, we'll get to that after. All right, so we'll take a short break with some music for you guys. Okay, we got some Billie Eilish, and I haven't thought about second song yet, but I'm just gonna look at the global top 50. I'm pretty sure it's gonna be a really cool song for you guys. All right, so stay tuned as we talk a little more about the culture of Thailand, especially Buddhism Day, Wan Asan Hat Busha, and also following Wan Khao Phansa, the official raining season of Thailand. Enjoy the music.
Relax Time Radio 93.25 FM, playing the coolest music.
Roses on boy, so puff guy. I'm that bad type, make your mama sad type, make your girlfriend mad type, might seduce your dad type. I'm the bad guy.
Duh.
Gold teeth, my neck, my wrist is froze. I got more ice than the snow. That guy, don't act like you don't know that guy. So critical. Tattoos on both my sleeves. Yeah, I don't sleep. Please don't wake me. Losing my tie up so I can breathe. It ain't political. Oh no. Yeah, I'm a bad guy, ain't no holding back guy. Come off like a mad guy, always got your back guy. Yeah, I'm the real type, keep you full of thrills type. Show you what it feels like, got an open invite. I'm the bad guy. Whoa. Pretty glad that you're alone. You said she's scared of me. I mean, I don't see what she sees, but maybe it's 'cause I'm wearing your cologne. Let's go.
Let's relax.
It's time to relax.
Relax Time Radio.
I'm at a party I don't wanna be at, and I don't ever wear a suit and tie yet. Wondering if I can sneak out the back. Nobody's even looking me in my eyes. Can you take my hand, finish my drink, say shall we dance? Hell yeah. You know I love you, did I ever tell you? You make it better like that. Don't think I fit in at this party. Everyone's got so much to say. Yeah, I always feel like I'm nobody. Who wants to fit in anyway? 'Cause I don't care when I'm with my baby, yeah. All the bad things disappear. You're making me feel that maybe I am somebody. I can deal with the bad nights when I'm with my baby, yeah. 'Cause I don't care as long as you just hold me near. You can take me anywhere. You're making me feel like I'm loved by somebody. I can deal with the bad nights when I'm with my baby, yeah. We at a party we don't wanna be at. Trying to talk but we can't hear ourselves. Pictureless, I'd rather kiss them right back. But all these people all around, I'm crippled with anxiety. But I'm told it's where I'm supposed to be. You know what? It's kinda crazy 'cause I really don't mind. Can you make it better like that? Don't think we fit in at this party. Everyone's got so much to say. Oh yeah, yeah. When we walked in I said I'm sorry. But now I think that we should stay. 'Cause I don't care when I'm with my baby, yeah. All the bad things disappear. You're making me feel like maybe I am somebody. I can deal with the bad nights when I'm with my baby, yeah. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. 'Cause I don't care as long as you just hold me near. You can take me anywhere. You're making me feel like
loved by somebody. I can deal with the bad nights when I'm with my baby, yeah. No, I don't like nobody but you. It's like you're the only one here. I don't like nobody but you, baby. I don't care. I don't like nobody but you. I hate everyone here. I don't like nobody but you, baby, yeah. Cause I don't care when I'm with my baby, yeah. All the bad things disappear. You're making me feel like maybe I am somebody. I can deal with the bad nights when I'm with my baby, yeah. Ooh, yeah, yes, I don't care as long as you just hold me near. You can take me anywhere. You're making me feel like I'm loved by somebody. I can deal with the bad nights when I'm with my baby,
Relax Time Radio. 93.25 FM. Playing the coolest music.
Welcome back to 93.25 FM. If you're listening in from anywhere that you can, we're just happy to have you here with us. I'm DJ Rams. I'll be here for another 60 minutes. I'm just kidding, like 45 minutes. Okay, so thank you for tuning in right from the beginning till the end. You guys are so lovely. Even though, you know, outside right now is beautiful. It's just like, you know, candlelights possession. It's something that you don't see very often, but there's a history behind that. There's a method, and also there's a teaching behind that. Everything is a sign, you know. Okay, so to recap earlier song before I move on into the next topic. Okay, so we have Ed Sheeran and Justin Bieber, I Don't Care. What you just heard there. If you don't care about something, just let it go. Don't care about it. Okay, before that, Billie Eilish, Justin Bieber, Bad Guy. That's a remix for you. Really enjoyed it, really loved it. Okay, coming up next, we have Kygo, Whitney Houston, Higher Love. So don't go anywhere if you're, you know, in for some more global top 50. Okay, getting back into today's topic. Okay, just a brief, getting back into the brief, what we talked about earlier. Okay, so let me just click. You know, every time I click, I had to turn around because the other PC is on this side. All right, so what you see now is a temple. So I talked about the temple. This is for YouTube people only. You're gonna see the temple that I've listed. If you are around, or you know, it could be next year, you plan on going, right? Because it's only available on the 15 and the 16. But you can always continue going to this temple. Just that there are no events during that time. Okay. Again, Wan Asanha Busha. Okay. วัดพระธาตุผ้าซ้อนแก้ว Phetchabun province. That's actually real. There's no Photoshop. Okay, it's real. The sky is beautiful that time. A little bit of history on that. The sky is what reflect down on the glow in the dark temple, and the design is just amazing. Okay, so next up, this is Wat Silinthorn, that's Ubon Ratchathani. Okay, and the bottom, they have the tree there, the picture of the tree. That's the glow. Okay, it actually glows in the dark, and you know, at night you can get a good view at it. Okay, and finally, Wat Ban Rai, Nakhon Ratchasima. Okay, I have some more other places to tell you guys as well, so we'll get to that right now. Okay, so what I meant to say is, for one Khao Phansa, okay, that's right after one Asanha Busha, and another name for one Khao Phansa is the rains retreat. Because it occurs during the beginning of Thai raining season, and because Buddhist monks take this opportunity to retreat back inside the temples for a 3-month period of study and meditation. Now, during this time, many people they are ordained into a monk to become a monk or become a novice. In Thai we call Nain. Okay, so during this time, they can stay inside a temple to study, to pray, and to free your mind and body with meditation. And they do it in a 3-month period in the temple. Sometimes it's not necessary, because we know that a lot of Thai people are very family oriented. So most of the time, you kind of miss your son going going away into to become a monk. So what happened is that every morning, okay, you can bring food for the monk, okay, and you can receive a blessing from them. And this is why that every guy who becomes a monk is actually, there's a strong bond to that. It's different than a girl in the family going into the temple to do a meditation retreat, vipassana meditation, instead of a guy going to become a monk, because he receives all the blessing that a family can get. Okay, so and also a monk I know told me that the reason that we always have to stay inside the temple is because the jiwon, it's the robe that the monk wear. This type of ropes, when it gets wet, it gets really heavy and difficult to dry. So when you're in a temple for like 3 or 4 hours praying and doing meditation, you will feel uncomfortable because of all the raining, it gets wet. So this is the reason why monks should stay in the temple doing the, Kalpansa. Okay. Now, we'll talk about some events around. Okay, we have the colorful Kalpansa festival that's held in Salabuli. I'm sorry, I don't have any pictures. I do have pictures, but I made my mistake right now. I don't know where I put it. It's kind of like I was looking for it the first 30 minutes, and I'm like, I give up. Okay, and I wish I had it here. I'll be more organized later. Okay, sorry about that. So here, you see the shrine of the Buddha's footprint, really big, and many gather from all over Thailand to behold the yellow and white flower offering as giving to monks as they ascend a stairway to footprint of Buddha. And you may see the worshipper wash the feet of the monk to atone for their sins. Okay. Similar to Catholic, you go into church and you confess your sin. Father, I've confessed my sin due to certain action that you did. I don't know if murder is atone for your sin, because that you need to have a lot of thoughts on that before you do it. Okay, so you wash the monk's feet, and it's atone for your sin. Okay. Also, look for the Salabuli Candle Festival, where you can actually see a uniquely carved candle lit, and it's being carried in the nighttime parade. Really, really beautiful. So just get yourself a really, really nice camera for that. So other very famous and very colorful, I'm saying it right now, it's colorful. All the lights at night, and also in daytime, it's colorful because of all the candles, carving and everything. It's the parade too. Okay, so it's not just like meditation or pray or everything have to do with Buddhism, but it's not like that. You see a different culture, a different side of the culture in this. Okay, so very colorful Kalpansa festival held in it was held in the small town of Ubon Ratchathani. Okay, again, I show you the picture. Actually, this one here. Okay, there is a candle festival that you guys can experience. Okay, in some form. Common to most of the celebration, you see a candle exquisitely carved out of beeswax. Okay, in every imaginable shape and size. Yeah, it's very, very big too. And the candles are put upon the floats, and they are carried around town and eventually deposited in a local temple. Okay, there's a big park just before the temple that they're all, parked there. And actually there are, the best one wins a prize as well. But not only you see beeswax and, parade, you also see very traditional dances from locals, as they walk towards the parade. It's something very different, from the rest of Thailand. Okay, so moving on to the next, we have Sulin. Okay, there's also a candle festival here. But besides that, there's a merit making ceremony done And guess what? They're done on the elephant back. Yep. So the monks are being carried on the elephant back, and you would make merit, like give food offering, when the monks are on the elephant back. And this takes place at the local Buddhist monument called Phaya Sulin, where about 100 elephants are being rode upon by monks of the highest ranks. Well, I don't know how you say ranks for monks. I know you say ranks from military and also government officer, but for monks, I think we say like stature or something. Is it stature? I'm not quite sure. I'll look into that. So that's in Surin, the elephant. Really, really cool. Now, Suphanburi, you'll find usual candles and float parade. But you will also see numerous folks dance by competing ethnic groups. Yes. And again, before it just kind of like everybody for themselves. Now it's whoever do the best gets an award. So there is some competition over there as well. I just feel like every time we're living our life, there's competition. Regardless of what you do, there's always competition around. So it's a great emphasis on cultural diversity of the city. Okay, that's Suphanburi. Now, the last one here, we have Aquatic Pansa Festival in Ayutthaya. The locals carry the candles by boat. That's why we call it aquatic. They carry candles by boat to the local temple, where monks will use them during the 3-month period of seclusion. Now, why do Thai people offer candles? And they're not just, you can't just do small candles. I've seen a lot of people do big candles, like the really big size one. The reason for that is candles are, they make you bright. Like, it's a sign for a brighter day, okay, every day. If you go into the meditation retreat or a meditation temple, a lot of monks, they have candles and they use them as a time. And we all know that candles burn slowly, correct? Yeah, I've known one monk who's when he gets into a meditation trance, he does it really long time. But he also lit a candle and just sits there in front of the candle until the candle melts, like literally all gone. Then he'll just open his eyes. It could be 8 hours. It could be 12. It really depends. But that's how he does it. I don't know how he does it, or I don't know how some people does it. Okay, so getting back into Kalpansad really quick, or candlelight procession, which is going on tonight, starting from 6 p.m. until whenever. Some temples, they do it until 12. Some they do until 1 a.m. So just pick one and you can see it. Okay. The reason for candle procession is actually to clear your mind. Okay, it's one of those traditional Buddhist kind of like activity. So some temples do it every Buddhist Lente, and some temples do it every Buddhist day. And I found it very kind of soothing about the definition behind candlelight procession, because as you're walking around the pagoda 3 times, you're actually not just thinking about what you're doing tomorrow or what you're going to do later on in the night or what you're just going to eat tomorrow. You're not thinking about that. You're actually thinking 3 words in your mind and you repeat it over and over. While that, you are watching your steps and you're walking slowly. So it's not like a run, a marathon. You're just like doing it slowly 3 times around the pagoda, and while holding a candle, and also flowers as well. And when you're done, that's when you stand in front of the pagoda and pray. So there's a little bit of history behind all that, and the reason why many Thai people do it, again, it's the culture, okay, tradition, and it's to clear their mind, just for at least 5 minutes or 15 minutes of their time when they're doing the candlelight procession. Just even 15 minutes, you're not thinking anything bad. So that's another way of them to confess their sin because human minds are always thinking bad things, right? Like, I want to do this, or maybe lie, or want to do that, things like that. The 5 precepts doesn't include it. Okay, so when you are not able to think of anything and you just think about how your body moves or the way that you breathe, this gives you the opportunity to confess your sin and do something good. And during this time, we all should say that when we're sitting and doing nothing, doesn't have to be at a temple, we're actually doing pretty good because we're not hurting anyone, correct? Yeah. All right, so hope you guys enjoy, learn a lot from my experience. I do have a podcast that I talk about this. Okay, share about that later. Okay, so beautiful temple that I've shown around. If you're watching YouTube channel, you can see it. Okay, so we're getting on into music right now. We have Kygo and Whitney Houston. Song is called Higher Love. Then we're gonna follow that with another. I haven't decided yet. Again, probably a rap. Ed Sheeran and Eminem. How about that? Okay, that's also part of the global top 50. And you are listening to 93.25 FM. I'm here at the studio of Radio Thailand Chiang Mai. Don't forget, we are here every day from 7:30 p.m. until 9 p.m. All right, enjoy the music.
Relax Time Radio.
Think about it. There must be a higher love down in the heart or hidden in the stars above. Without it, life is a wasted time. Look inside your heart and I look inside mine. Things look so bad everywhere. In this whole world, what is fair? We walk the line and try to see, falling behind what could be. Oh, bring me a higher love. Bring me a higher love. Oh, bring me a higher love. Where's that higher love? I keep thinking of. Bring me higher love. Bring me higher love. Oh, bring me higher love. Worlds are turning, and we're just hanging on, facing our fear and standing out there alone. A yearning, yeah, and it's real to me. There must be someone who's feeling for me. Things look so bad everywhere. In this whole world, what is fair? We walk the line and try to see
Let's relax.
It's time to relax.
Relax Time Radio.
On a Saturday night in the summer, sundown and they all come out. Lamborghinis and they rented hummus. The party's on, so they're heading downtown. Everybody's looking for a come up, and they wanna know what you're about. Me in the middle with the one I love, we're just trying to figure everything out. We don't fit in well, 'cause we are just ourselves. I could use some help getting out of this conversation. Yeah, you look stunning, dear, so don't ask that question here. This is my only fear, that we become beautiful people. Top designer clothes, front row fashion shows. What you do and who'd you know? Inside the world of beautiful people. Champagne and roll up nose, prenups and broken homes. Surrounded but still alone. Let's leave the party. That's not who we are. We are not beautiful. Yeah, that's not who we are. We are not beautiful. Drove for hours last night and we made it nowhere. I see stars in your eyes when we're halfway there. I'm not fazed by all the lights and flashy cameras, 'cause with my arms around you, there's no need to care. We don't fit in well, we are just ourselves. I could use some help getting out of this conversation here. You look stunning, please don't ask that question here. This is my only fear, that we become beautiful people. Top designer clothes, front row fashion shows. What you do and who'd you know? Inside the world of beautiful people. Champagne and roll up nose, prenups and broken homes. Surrounded but still alone. Let's leave the party. That's not who we are. We are not beautiful. Yeah, that's not who we are. We are not beautiful. We are not beautiful.
Relax Time Radio. 93.25 FM. Playing the coolest music.
All right, here in Relax Time Radio, we welcome you back to our very special day today, Asanha Busha. It's Tuesday, July 16, 2019, and tomorrow, another very special Buddhist Lente, which is called Kalpansa. Okay, more on that. I hope you guys are enjoying my story on it. Okay, still got more. I mean, I've done podcasts that I've talked the whole the whole night. You know, it was fun though. I like talking. It's a gift. We all say it's a gift. And I'm pretty sure I've discovered what I want to do for the rest of my life. Okay. This really not rocket scientist, but I was actually a shy kid. I don't talk to strangers. I don't talk to people. And, you know, when I was young, I was actually bullied. Yeah. Kind of weird, huh? So it was, enough about my past. You know, we'll get to that on another day. Okay. So just talk about certain things here that I found out that why Thai people choose Buddhism over everything else. Some people, even the the Isan region, they have belief in Catholic or Christianity, and once they discover both, like for example Buddhism, they the thought change. They're like, okay, I'm gonna actually believe in this instead. But hey, still, God is God. So it really depends on what you think is right for your own belief. Okay, and we all should have one, because if you don't have one, I just feel that it seems like we're lost somewhere without guidance. Some people use God as a guidance to get somewhere, and some people use God as guidance to actually complete their goal. Yeah, even thank God once they get into the position that they want as well. Okay, so getting into here, I want to talk a little bit. Okay, it's 8:42 now. Okay, we got about 20 minutes, 18 minutes to be exact. Okay, still got one song coming for you guys, and I want to talk about how to clear your mind a little bit here. Okay, as we talked earlier about candlelight possession, now we talk about how to clear your mind. So how do you clear your mind? Your mind's always a busy type of things, or what I would say, your mind is probably the naughtiest person in you. Okay, kind of like a kid. You're a younger version of you, because your body is okay. I'm old, so my mind is still young, probably because I've never actually trained it. Or have I now? Okay, going into meditation every year actually helps me train my mind. And by the way, I'm not promoting, it's just that you should know about it, why humans' mind are being act like this. Sometimes when we have kids, or when we are at school, we do something wrong, the elder, they tell us that it's wrong, you shouldn't do this. For example, stealing, for example, killing animals, for example, running away from your parents. I hope none of you guys do that, any of that stuff. Okay, yeah, and don't even try to commit murder. So these are the type of things that we say that it's wrong. Okay, but certain things, what we think about, our mind doesn't have training, okay, to go to. Like I want to eat a hamburger today, and I should go eat a hamburger today because I want to eat it. But what if you can tell your mind that, no, I don't want to eat hamburger. I mean, I want to eat it, but you just kind of like void that. I'll pass on it. Like me, every morning I wake up, just like every one of you. Don't you want a nice cup of hot coffee? Or if you guys don't like coffee, maybe drink some black tea. Don't you want that? But what if you can tell your mind that, hey, you don't need it? Even a person like me who has a lot of mind training can't even do that. Sometimes certain things you have to fall with it, and sometimes you have to accept and move on. Okay, so the mind thinks, and your body acts. Sorry. Okay, that's a term. When this happens, usually you can train the mind to not, kind of follow your own feelings. Okay, and doing meditation, especially Vipassana Kamatan, okay, they teach you about the mind, they teach you about the body, your thoughts, and also your precepts. And the reason for this is that we all are naughty. Okay, we don't know what the person behind you or beside you are doing, or what they're thinking. Okay, but if you train the mind right, you don't have to care about that. You just care about yourself. And when you love yourself, that goes a lot of places, right? Yeah, it goes very long, because once you love yourself, you learn truly to appreciate yourself and whatever you do. Okay, so when you're sitting there and then you have, like, let's say an itch or something on your ear, or a mosquito bite you, and your mind's thinking, all right, it's time to itch. And then you move to itch, scratch, or, your back hurts and things like that. But what if you can tell your mind that, oh, just let it be. You know that you're like itching, but you just don't touch it. Can you do that? Most people don't. Most people can't. You're walking and then all of a sudden, your bone cracks because your ankle are in a different dislocated or something. And what does that mean? It means like, oh, you gotta go, ow, very loud. What if you can control that? You just like, about it, but you don't say it out loud. Have you seen people do that? I've seen friends do that. A bee stung him and he never said a word. And then, we ask him if he was okay. He's like, yeah. And then next thing you know, as the time goes by, it gets swollen. And I'm like, you're not okay, man. You got to get treated. He's like, oh, okay. And I'm like, aren't you hurt? He's like, yeah, but I'm okay. That's pretty crazy if you ask me, He can hold that feelings for him. Okay. So that's basically what the mind telling the body to do. You're thinking, and then the body reacts. I gotta scratch my neck. But what if you don't have to do it? You just know that there's an itch there, but you don't scratch. And the more you do it, the more you train, the more you do it, the more you become better at it. And that's how it is. Okay. Me, I've sit for longer than an hour, and I even got needles and pin. It's like it feels painful. I just want to get up and quit. But my mind's like, hey, you're here. You might as well just suffer it out. Why not? Sure. So that's like one of the training you can do with your daily life, if you have time, that is. But imagine all the stuff that you can do and control, even for yourself. Oh, it's hot, but you can control it. It's not really hot. Maybe your mind's thinking it's hot. This is kind of creepy. Huh? It's kind of like The Matrix. If you guys ever watched that movie, it's crazy. All right, so it's 8:48 right now. Been talking enough. Gonna play this last music, and when I get back, let's say goodbye with some weather report for you. And now we have Ed Sheeran, Remember the Name, featuring Eminem and 50 Cent. Yes, published on July 12th recently. New music, and also hits the global top 50. I love Ed Sheeran. He's got wonderful music, and I also love the way he, just doesn't aim in towards his, own perspective of music, but also, hey, if I want to be popular, hey, his mind's thinking. Okay, if I want to be popular, I need to change. I need to be in different niche. Some people like hip hop. They don't like this type of music. Some people like rock and roll. Maybe don't like this music. You gotta go into different, types of niche in order to get yourself famous. Okay, and he can do that. I've seen him rap. It's pretty cool. All right, so enjoy the music and stay tuned. As we get back, we'll talk about the weather and also me saying goodbye to you. I hope it's not that long. I'll be back tomorrow, all right? Yeah, calm down. Okay.
Relax Time Radio.
Yeah, I was born a misfit. Grew up 10 miles from the town of Ipswich. Wanted to make it big, I wished it to existence. I never was a sick kid, always dismissed quick. Stick to singing, stop rapping like it's Christmas. And if you're talking money, then my conversation's shifting. My dreams are bigger than just being on the rich list. Might be insanity, but people call it gifted. My face is going numb from the shit the stuff is mixed with. Watch out, the lyrics in the songs might get twisted. My wife wears red, but looks better without the lipstick. I'm a private guy, yeah, you know nothing about my business. And if I had my 15 minutes, I must have missed them. 20 years old is when I came in the game, and now it's 8 years on and you remember the name. And if you thought I was good, well then I'm better today. But it's ironic how you people thought I'd never be great. I like my shows open air, Tokyo to Delaware. Put your phones in the air if you wanna be rock. You know I want way more than I already got. Give me a song with Eminem and 50 Cent in the club. You know it ain't my time to call it a day. I wanna crack on and I wanna be paid, but it's not time. You remember the name, hey, hey. You know it ain't my time to call it a day. I wanna crack on and I wanna be paid, but it's about time you remember the name, hey, 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 hey. I can still remember trying to shop a deal from Taco Bell to TRL. I climbed the Billboard chart to the top until, as fate would have it, became an addict. Funny, cause I had pop a pill, but they said time would tell if I prevail. And all I did was put 9-inch nails in my eyelids now. I'm seeing diamond sales like I'm in Zales. Without a doubt, by any means, a rap with skinny jeans, I couldn't do anything in them. I'd be splitting scenes of venom when I'm spitting schemes, which really means no ifs, ands, or buts, or squeezing in between. You sleep on me, cause you're only fucking pretty in your dreams.
Not even when I'm on my deathbed. Man, I feel like Ed. It isn't time to drop the mic yet. So why would I quit? The thought that I would stop when I'm dead just popped in my head. I said it, then forgot what I said. It isn't my time to call it a day. I got rep locked and I'm already paid. But it's about time you remember the name. Hey, hey. You know what? My time to call it a day. I got rep locked and I'm already paid. But it's about time you remember the name. Hey, hey.
Ain't nobody cold as me. I dress so fresh, so clean. You can find me in my whip, rocking my Fendi drip. Man, you know just what I mean. Shining, wrist with rocks on it, Pashimis with locks on it. Everything my voice on, the shit knocked on it. Balenciaga Saga, I'm a bird dog baller. It's just another episode, my hoes are spoiling. She like the fly shit, and I like the thigh shit. Shit, I'm getting stupid money. What else we gon' do with money? Bitch, we be ballin' out. The king bring me 50 bottles. Tonight we gon' blow a check. What about this shit tomorrow? The turn up is so real. We bout to be super lit. Boy, I'm kicking straight facts. That's just how we do this shit. Tomorrow we hanging over. Till we start feeling sober. Then it's time to start it over. Here we go again.
You know it ain't my time to call it a day. I got rap locked and I'm already paid. This is about time you remember the name. Hey, hey. You know it ain't my time to call it a day. I got rap locked and I'm already paid. But it's about time you remember the name. Hey, hey.
Hey, hey, hey.
Relax Time Radio. 93.25 FM. Playing the coolest music.
Not so very welcome back, but that was Ed Sheeran, Remember the Name. Just a little bit hip-hop theme for you. I'm pretty sure most of you guys are enjoying the Candlelight Procession night. That is very good, and I would say Anumotana Satu. There's a history behind that too. If I get onto that, it's going to be very, very long. So it's a long night tonight, yes. Okay, but I'm going to be back tomorrow. We're going to be talking more about the culture. Okay, I really like talking about this. Again, you know, I did a podcast on it, and I've helped a lot of people. Okay, I want to help people. Okay, especially the way they think. People have grudges, and you know, I try to free that. Okay, but first off, you know, if you're watching us on YouTube right now, I've listed the temples, very beautiful temples here that I recommend you guys going. From Phetchabun, Suphanburi, and also one more. I totally forgot what it was. Hold on, let me just say. Okay, Phetchabun, also Ubon Ratchathani, and Nakhon Ratchasima. Sorry. Okay, Phetchabun, Ubon Ratchathani, and Nakhon Ratchasima. Be sure to visit these temples here as well. All right, so it's 8:54. I got about 1 minute here to say goodbye, but the songs I've been playing are very, very short, which is, you know, that's a new thing now. Okay, there's no guitar solo where it's like 5 minutes long, like Eagle Hotel California. You know, the solo are at least like a minute and 30 minutes. Now it starts off with lyrics now, so it's either EDM. There are no solo, so that's a new type of music, right? The new world music. Okay, we gotta adapt that. We gotta change. So anyways, the last part of the show, just want to talk to you about the weather. Okay, so from 5 p.m. today until 5 p.m. tomorrow, if you are outside, do not worry because it's a beautiful day. I say this, but then I'd be lying, right? No, actually, it's a beautiful day. The weather report now, it says be careful of thunder showers. I would say in certain area, not very, very, you know, in the main area like city of Chiang Mai or Chiang Rai, you know, still pretty beautiful. I've been to Chiang Rai just about 2 weeks ago. Oh man, I really want to go back there. I can't. I just love strolling in the, you know, around 9 p.m. Just walking around the city, and it's 24 degrees outside. You can just wear a jacket and, you know, walk around. You don't feel anything. It's crazy. That's what I love about the northern Thailand. Okay, that's why I live here. I decided to make my mark here because I love the scenery of the mountain. I love the raining season, and hey, the rice terraces here are very beautiful as well, and different culture. Buddhism have a lot of temples, And there's so many temples that, if you go into the old city, you can actually walk to every temple. You can go to 9 temple, you can go to 10 temple, 12 temple, whatever you want. But lastly, do not forget, okay? There's only one what that we all say, with the last temple. We call, don't forget to go wat jai, okay? It means to look at your own self and to ponder upon your heart and also your mind as well. And if you're desire to do bad things, then, it makes you a bad person. But if you do good things and you always think good thoughts, then congratulations, you are a good person. I couldn't be any more thorough with you on that, right? It's true, okay? Think good thoughts, do good things. Just have the 5 precepts of, being a Buddhism. And when we say this, is that sometimes we have to let things go. Yeah. You want something, you can't afford it, let it go. You want something, you can't get it, let it go. It feels so much better because you're not holding on to something. You're holding on to your grudges too, Also, I don't really like to make much enemies because I'll eventually run into them and then they'll just, say bad things. I just want to be peace. I want to help people out. Okay. All right, so I'm going to prepare the last song here for you before I step away from the mic. You guys are probably like, yeah, he stepped it away. Oh, wait, he's coming back tomorrow. Darn it. No, do not worry. I won't bore you. Okay. I'm here to help you. Just hit that number to call me. So Sam Smith, Dancing with a Stranger, coming up for you and this very last show. Be sure to enjoy the music and also enjoy your night. Have a good night and I'll see you tomorrow.
I don't wanna be alone tonight. It's pretty clear that I'm not over you. I'm still thinking about the things you do. So I don't wanna be alone tonight, alone tonight, alone tonight. Can you fight the fight? I need somebody who can take control. I know exactly what I need to do. 'Cause I don't wanna be alone tonight, alone tonight, alone tonight. Look what you made me do. I'm with somebody new. Ooh, baby, baby, I'm dancing with a stranger. Look what you made me do. I'm with somebody new. Ooh, baby, baby, I'm dancing with a stranger. Dancing with a stranger.
I wasn't even gone.
Relax Time Radio.
รู้เร็ว รู้จริง เกาะติดทุกสถานการณ์
จากนี้ไปเชิญรับฟังสรุปเหตุการณ์และความเคลื่อนไหวที่น่าสนใจ